Sup y'all, bring you guys another video. So, as we all know, Reymart Gaballo defeated Emmanuel Rodriguez to become the interim WBC champion. Now, before I get into more in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video, it helps out the channel, I'd really appreciate it. So, like I was saying, Gaballo is now the WBC interim champion with this win against Rodriguez. In my opinion, it was a controversial win. I thought Rodriguez definitely won this fight. I just can't see how you could score more than 4 rounds in favor of Reymart Gaballo, but two judges did. Two judges scored it 115-113 and 116-112 in favor of Reymart. The other judge had it for Emmanuel 118-110. And watching this fight, I'm just like, how can you give these rounds to Gaballo when, in my opinion, I thought Rodriguez was boxing very effectively, using the jab, moving around the ring, avoiding punches, basically the art of boxing, hitting without getting hit. Yes, Gaballo did have moments. Yes, he did land some good shots here and there. But Emmanuel Rodriguez was more effective with his movement, his punch selection, his counters. I just can't see how you could give this fight to Reymart. If you went to boxing scene recently reported that Emmanuel is going to appeal the decision. If you read the article, it reads here. Rodriguez said, and I quote, he said, "It was a good fight, but honestly, there was no way he won more than 3 rounds." So according to Rodriguez, he thought that Reymart won just 3 rounds. Then he goes on to say, "Look at the fight. You'll see I'm landing 2 punches to 1. So yeah, interesting, right? If you look at the punch stats, Emmanuel Rodriguez landed 109 to 372 punches. He was more accurate with his punches. And Gaballo was more active, but he landed less, 93 out of 520, 18%, according to CompuBox. And Rodriguez goes on to say, "We are going to appeal the decision." He said, "Everyone knows that we won the fight. This is bad for boxing. We can't have this decision that we know we won. We fought him for 12 rounds. We outfought him for 12 rounds. It should have never come down to this. I won the fight, and we will appeal this outcome." Now, they can appeal this outcome. They can appeal it all they want, Rodriguez and his team, but they ain't going nowhere. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna change anything. Reymart will get a W. He will remain undefeated. He will remain the interim WBC champion. It's not gonna go anywhere. This is not new in the sport of boxing. This has gone on for years and years and years. In my opinion, there have been worse decisions in the past that nothing was done about, that the commission or anybody did anything to change those decisions. So it won't change. Nothing's gonna happen in this decision. Rodriguez can appeal all he wants, but let's be honest, it's not gonna change anything. That's unfortunate, but it's not gonna change anything. If you follow Showtime on social media, they posted up a question right after the fight with 1,000+ people voting. Most people chose Rodriguez winning the fight, 77.8% out of 22.2%. I had Rodriguez winning, so obviously I picked Rodriguez. But yeah, if you look at the comments, most people had Reymart losing, that there was no way Reymart won this fight, but for some reason he did. He did win it. If you follow CompuBox on social media, you can see that, like I said earlier, Reymart landed 93 out of 522 punches, and Rodriguez landed 109 out of 372. jabs. Rodriguez was more accurate with the jab. I think that was the key to the fight that led to more effective boxing was the jab. I thought Rodriguez's jab was more on point. It was very accurate compared to Reymart Gaballo's. I felt like Reymart Gaballo was a little too wild in my opinion, and it was a little too not that disciplined. I felt like he was rushing things too much. And power punches, it's almost even, with Rodriguez being more accurate, landing for 64, and Gaballo landing more with 68. And if you look at the round by round punches, you can see there that most rounds, Rodriguez outlanded Gaballo in most of these rounds, at least according to CompuBox. I know it's not the most accurate thing, but it's what we have at the moment. And if we look at the scorecards for the fight, how the judges scored it, the one in the middle is the judge that scored it for Rodriguez. He had it 118-110. Now, if we compare the amount of punches landed compared to the rounds, if you look at it side by side, round number 1, we have Rodriguez landing more, just by two punches. And 2 judges gave it to Gaballo. Number 2, Rodriguez landed more by 2 punches, and 2 judges gave it to Gaballo. 3, Rodriguez outlanded Gaballo by 1 punch, and again, 2 judges gave it to Gaballo. 4, Rodriguez landed Gaballo by 2 punches, and all 3 judges gave it to round 4, 2 judges gave it to Gaballo also. Number 5, it was pretty even, 9-9, and all 3 judges gave it to Rodriguez. 6, Rodriguez outlanded Gaballo by 6 punches, and 1 judge gave it to Gaballo. 7, they landed the same amount of punches, 9-9, with 2 judges giving it to Rodriguez. Number 8, now this is definitely a win for Gaballo. He definitely won this round. Gaballo outlanded Rodriguez by 5 rounds, and number 8, all 3 judges gave it to Gaballo. Number 9, Rodriguez outlanded Gaballo by 2 punches, and 2 judges gave it to Gaballo. Number 10, Gaballo outlanded Rodriguez by 1 punch, and 2 judges gave it to Rodriguez. Number 11, Rodriguez outlanded Gaballo by 5 punches, and all 2 judges? Interesting. 2 judges. 2 judges gave it... No. All 3 judges. I'm sorry. It's hard to see. All 3 judges gave it to Rodriguez. And lastly, round 12, Rodriguez outlanded Gaballo by 2 punches, and 2 judges gave it to Rodriguez. So there's a lot of rounds where the judges had different scores for those rounds. But for me, I just can't see how. I can't remember exactly what rounds I had for Rodriguez that I gave it to him. For Gaballo that I gave him the 4 rounds. I can't remember exactly, but I just can't see how you can give him more than 4 rounds. I don't know. I honestly really thought Rodriguez should have won, but it's a sport of boxing for you, man. I feel for Rodriguez, man. I really do. I feel for him. I feel for his fans. A lot of people disagree with me, actually. If you watch my post-fight thoughts on this fight, a lot of people disagreed with me. A lot of people thought that Gaballo should have won. That Gaballo rightfully won. I disagree, but that's just me. It's just my opinion. At the end of the day, everybody has their own opinion. And from my point of view, I just thought Rodriguez boxed a lot better than Gaballo. I feel like Gaballo still has a lot more work to do, in my opinion. But it's a good experience for him. Definitely a fight that he will learn from. I'm happy for Gaballo. Obviously, me being Filipino, I'm happy that another Filipino won the interim title. But he needs to learn from this if he wants to make it big and learn, and make the big fights and win the big fights in the future. Because Rodriguez ain't the only top fighter he'll be fighting. I'm sure he'll be in there against the other top fighters. I mean, imagine him fighting guys like Donito Donaire, Guillermo Rigondo, Jandriel Casimiro, Naoya Inoue. How can he beat those guys after this performance? It's gonna be tough. So, let me know your thoughts. Oh, and not only that, the chances are that he'll be fighting next will be against Nordine Oubaali. Oubaali is another very good boxer. Maybe that styles make fights. Maybe Nordine Oubaali might be a better fight for Gaballo. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet, please. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, please. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.